Hey, what's going on? Will here, Flawless Exotic Creations, coming to you guys with another video this week. And yes, you know it is another episode of Gene Chasers. Getting a lot of good comments about this series. Really liking this series. Really coined this name from the beginning, chopping things up with Sloan Morrison. Thought it was pretty creative and figured we would rock and roll with it. But what the series is actually about, if you stumbled upon our channel by chance, I don't know, comment down below how you got here. Were you referred via YouTube algorithm, or was it a referral over from another breeder or another YouTuber, or maybe you just finished watching, you know, some cool content and somehow you just ended up here. Regardless of how you got here, we love having you here. Hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. What you're going to get in this specific series is we're trying to bridge the gap between the beginner level breeder as well as the experienced breeder, or all the way up to the experienced breeder. We're in that beginner intermediate stage. We have a pretty awesome collection, in my opinion. And we're trying to pick quite a few genes out from different projects we're working with and isolate them to the point where we can kind of describe the IDing process and things to look for in your own projects and what you're going to be producing. There are probably over 300 genes out there in the ball python world, which means combinations at this point is literally endless, and there's still new genes being discovered every single year. So it's really cool, it's really exciting to be in the industry even in these times right now, but it's even better and cooler to kind of create some as they say, like world's first and things like that. I know people kind of talk down on world's first, and the thing about negativity, putting it out there, you kind of demotivate people to want to show things off. Honestly, I don't care if something's a world first or maybe one of the world's first. I would love to see it, because if I'm working in that program and if it is the world's first, or maybe there's only 5 on the planet, I would like to see that combination so I can know what to expect when I start working with certain genes, whatever the genes may be. It's a very helpful tool, hopefully, like some of these videos are. Again, so this concept coming from us, the Flawless brand, is going to bridge the gap. Hopefully all the new people, intermediate people, you feel very comfortable and at home here to comment down below whether you're enjoying this content or not. And also, if you have any questions about anything, let's go ahead, chat it up down there and we'll see what we can come up with. But if this is the channel for you, then let's roll. Okay. So this week's episode, we're actually going to do an episode on something that's huge right now in the industry. I'm seeing some crazy combos. We have some cool combos, but I'm seeing some stuff created with the Redhead gene that's literally incredible. Give you a little bit of history from the information I gathered in doing the research. Redhead was discovered in 2013 by Nick Valdez. I think it was the Mad Baller or something like that, but it was Nick Valdez in 2013. Named it Redhead and started running with it. Well, single gene form has some very unique things about it. Sometimes it can be mistaken, you know, as normal, but it has a very distinctive head pattern. The blushing behind the head can look copper in color or reddish in color. It's definitely distinctive when you're comparing it to a normal, so you know you've hit, you know, a gene. But if you already know you're working with the gene in the combo, it can definitely become more prevalent in your different combos. So that being said, the blushing at the back of the neck and the head leads typically into a stripy type pattern down the dorsal, with some dashing breaks in the stripes. super version looks really cool. More intense red color overall. The body comes in. It's definitely apparent, as well as more striping on the dorsal when just dealing with the Redhead and Super Redhead form. Not too many Super Redheads have been produced just yet. I'm sure people are keeping them in their collection and not putting them out there like that, because that's a very powerful animal with these supers. It's almost like it's a visual recessive. Everything you breed your Super Redhead to is going to be Redhead in the combo. So you kind of just got to put icing on the cake with whatever you're going to be ended up pairing it to. So the gene is very subtle, again, in the single gene form, but you can definitely ID it from the back of the neck in single gene. When you start adding other combos to it, that's when it literally completely transforms combos, as you'll see in some of these combos we'll show you in our collection. We got our Redhead from, well, our latest ones we got actually is from Rice Reptiles. They are absolutely incredible. And we got our stock that's actually breeding right now. We have a pair, mostly our male, is really doing his thing. Crossing our fingers, we have a successful 2024 season with him. We have a Redhead Hypo, which is the Red Freeze, came from Jason Fryer from Great Balls of Fryer. Awesome people to deal with. Definitely reach out to them, see if they have anything in stock, because you're going to want to get your hands on some Redhead. There's so many legs to this project. You can go in so many different directions. This gene is nearly perfect, or should I say nearly flawless. It goes well with dark genes. It goes well with, light genes. It literally complements everything. Yes, pastel. It actually really does well and shows, its rear end with pastel. Pastel complements Redhead very well. Even though we're not super huge fans of pastel, we work with pastel as well. We try to work with pastel in more so females than our males, just because of how pairings go with your males going around to multiple females. That being said, let's take a look at a few snakes. So here we have a Redhead. Now I'll also try to show a Redhead with in a picture in frame to show you what a Redhead looks like with no het influences at all. Even though this little bugger just bit me. But Redhead is awesome. As you can see, this looks nothing like a normal. The color tones, the copper tones, I can see that. I can see the difference between this and a normal. And I could bring a normal out, I guess, and show it off next to this. But as you can see behind the, if you'll chill out, behind the head, you see how it fades around the crown of the head. The spotting gets super light, super reddish, super copper, and then the next stripe into the dashings. So look at those markers and characteristics of Redhead. Like I said, this female actually came from Rice Reptiles, and she is Redhead. That's the only gene being displayed, but Redhead. She's also double het, G-stripe clown, 50% het hypo. So we gotta get it tested for hypo. We're gonna get it tested just to make sure that, hey, maybe we're lucky enough to be dealing with a triple het. That would be awesome. So she's beautiful. All right, next up, check out this girl. So this girl here is Redhead. You're probably sitting there like, wow. She is super bright. She does have some funkiness going around the neck, the striping, but she is spot nose Redhead, double het, G-stripe clown, 50% het for hypo. This girl, if I've never seen a spot nose before, I would see obviously that she's spot nose, just from referencing online. But the color palette that she's working with is completely different. Actually, let me show it. This is another female. This female is spot nose. This female is Spot Nose Redhead. Check out how different the colors are. If they'll cooperate with me. Heads are different. Colors are different. She's much, much brighter. So if those two popped out in a clutch, we should be able to ID the difference between the two and distinguish whether one is Redhead or Redhead Spot Nose and the other is Spot Nose. So that is her. Absolutely gorgeous. Can't wait to grow out. Can't wait to test her for head hypo. Okay. So this girl here, check her out. She's got some size on her. She'll be breeding next season. This girl, Pastel. So the last combo you seen was Spot Nose Redhead. Now look at Spot Nose Redhead Pastel. Look at the pinks, soft tones, not as yellow, more of a cream pink. Crazy, crazy pattern. Head is washed out, which is what Pastel does, but it's really cool. This female is Pastel, Spot Nose, Redhead, 100% het for hypo. So she's gonna be creating some beautiful, beautiful holdbacks for us. Oh my gosh, she's gorgeous. And now for the man of the hour, our breeder male. So this is Redhead Visual Hypo, single gene Redhead Visual Hypo. Again, you're not going to be able to see the red tones on the head because it's not there with the hypo. It grays everything out. But you do see there's granite, the little granite marks behind the head, and then leads right into that striping, the dash striping down the dorsal. Really cool alien heads. The blushing on the belly on the sides is really, really cool. Getting it into hypo. We're working him into several projects. We're super excited about him. This male and the last female came from Jason Fryer, so definitely hit him up. He has amazing snakes in his collection and love the Redhead project that he's working with there. So guys, that's pretty much it what we have here. We'll show off a few more combos. Shout out to Tony. Tony's been working with Redhead for quite some time. Love what he's doing with Redhead over at Hardwire Exotics. You know, he's definitely a friend to the Flawless brand. Go check him out as well. But Redhead's phenomenal gene. I think it's going to be here for a very, very long time. People are going to really, really tie it into quite a few things that I've seen out there. The clown combos are insane. We just wanted to go a different direction. You always have to evaluate your collection and see what your strengths and weaknesses are. And if you don't have, let's say for instance we have a powerful male for us when it comes to the Redhead, and now we just started collecting some females to grow out. They won't be ready for probably for 2 years, and we need to make sure that we're preparing ourselves to go that route. So obviously we're going the Redhead Kiki route with some other genes in the mix, and start hunting down a male in the next couple years for that project. But as far as sticking with just a single gene clown, we probably won't be going that route anytime soon. But don't hold me to that, guys. You guys know we always have crazy unboxings and things going on. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, this episode. Definitely let us know down below, comment, like this video, and subscribe. It's been really, really fun making these series, and we ain't done yet. We still rocking and rolling. So it's Will, Flawless Exotic Creations, and we are out.